Fall Guys Myth Busting, Episode 1. This first myth, can you grab onto an upside down bumper? So after testing this in several different ways for like a pretty long time, although I do all of these on stream, I have found you cannot grab onto it. I tried jumping off the edge, grabbing onto it, just grabbing on it whenever it's slightly above me, but no matter what you do, you cannot grab onto it. But I did find you can stand on top of it if it is upside down, as you can see here, but this myth is busted. Myth 2. A bumper triangle bounces you higher than a normal bumper block. This one probably took the longest to make, but in the end, I did kind of figure it out. The triangle bumper block does bounce you higher, but basically makes no difference since it is smaller, so myth confirmed. Myth 3. A boom blaster and a drum both launch you the same height if they are on the same settings. This was a pretty easy myth to do. I just simply put up a testing wall and found out that the boom blaster can blast you up by about 4 walls, whilst the drum can only do 3.5. So this myth is busted. Myth 4 is a pendulum on fast speed can launch you farther than a yeetus on yeet speed. The way I set this up is I put the hammer and pendulum on their settings, and then I started to make a wall of cheese to measure how far I go. Now, on my first time doing both, I actually got as far as I could with both, with the yeetus sending me about 4 blocks, almost 5, like the verge of 5, and then the pendulum actually swinging me about 6 blocks. This was the furthest I've gotten with both, but I did do it several other times. If you want proof, hey, just join in with the streams. But this is myth confirmed. Myth. A normal blizzard fan will send you higher and further than a flat fan would. This one was quite easy to test, at least for the height. And I was quite surprised by the results too. The flat fan only sends you about 4 blocks high, 4 or 5 blocks high. As you can see here with my very straight testing wall. But then, if we move over here to the normal fan, as you can see, it sends you about 19 or 20 blocks in the air on normal settings. Both of these are normal settings. So for height, it is myth confirmed. But if we transition over to how far it sends you, it's still basically the same thing. The flat fan sends you approximately half a cheese block, while the normal fan sends you about 7 of my cheese block testing. So, this is definitely a myth confirmed by far. Now, if you made it this far in the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm on my road to getting monetized, and once I do, I will start hosting tournaments for money through the donations I receive. So, please subscribe and come join streams sometimes. I try to stream every single day, and I'm trying to get monetized. But let's continue on to myth number 6. Myth. A random time on a punching glove is either 1 or 5 seconds. This one was obviously really easy to test. Just put down a punching glove, set it's random, and count it over and over again. From what I found, about half a second or 1 second is the lowest time, and 5 seconds is the longest time, but the most common time is 2 seconds. So this is not true, because it can happen basically anywhere between 1 and 5 seconds, and it's not just 1 or 5, so myth busted. Myth 7. You can stand on top of pendulum's handle, whatever that is, and conveniently learning a glitch, the myth right before this on how to phase things through each other, I found out, no, you cannot. You actually go right through it, has no collision at all, so myth busted. Myth. Can you grab onto the side of rotating beams like you can in the whirligig? Again, it's a pretty easy myth to record. I just tried out some different settings, jumped on it, see if I could grab onto the side, but no matter what I did, I could not latch on, so this seems like it is a myth busted. Myth. When a pendulum is in start delay, it will bounce you. Now this myth I kind of like. I simply just started it, went on it, and as you can see, it bounces you. So this is indeed a myth confirmed. Myth. 2 boom blasters lined up will launch you further than just 1. Now, this one took a while. I had to line it up and then make sure and stuff, but to save your time, no. 2 boom blasters do not launch you further or higher than just 1, so it is completely useless and just a waste of budget. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. I wish that was a thing. Myth busted. Alright guys, appreciate you all for stopping by. End of this myth busting videos, and depending on how this video does, I will make this into a weekly or every other week series if this video does really well. I'm going to start making montages, and once I get monetized again, I will, like I said earlier in the video, start making some Fall Guys tournaments, and winners get money. Which all of that will come from donations, so, and memberships. Since I won't be able to get ads for a while, but once I do get ads, I'll do even more money. But first off, I'm going to save up for PC, but I will still give some away, so the prizes won't be that much until I do get a PC. But I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.